In my opinion, being a curator is the absolute best way of meeting and supporting artists, of meeting collectors, of putting them in touch with artists, and helping people find the right art that's for them. Venomous is a group exhibition. It comprises 14 international artists from all over the world. And if they're included in this show, it's that I truly fundamentally believe in them. And it's an exhibition that plays with the notions of beauty and danger and risk and temptation. All of the artists who were invited to partake in this show have interpreted the theme as they please. As soon as I pitched this idea, most artists came back to me telling me that they loved the theme and that it got their creative juices flowing.
So I made this piece specifically for the show. I guess I thought about the title of Venomous and the kind of ideas that link to that. I'm very interested in dreams, in nightmares, and the way we experience dreams kind of in a bodily way, and mythology, and all of those ideas kind of came together. And I guess this kind of nightmarish, eternal punishment, surreal violence kind of came together in this piece of work, it was really fun to make as well.
When I think of Venomous, the two adjectives that come to mind are beauty and danger. I think that art is intended to be aesthetically pleasing and challenging at the same time. It's intended to attract the eye of the beholder, but it's also meant to engage and stimulate and to make you think and maybe challenge some of your perceptions. And I think that all of the artwork that is hung in this exhibition possess both of those factors. They are beautiful and they are, at the same time, they're challenging. It's a fine line.
The piece I have here is basically a sculpture made of resin and silicone. It is a subject that my work can bury its meaning really easily. I got it as the actual Venomous and the violent part, the savage part in it, so I really like the encompass. My works bury a kind of feminist notions, of course, it couldn't go elsewhere because of my identity, and I think, it's Venomous and Venus, and it's like a pink gun melting down, so I think it suits the brief. It was just right for it.
I use silicone as my main material, and I pour it and I colour it myself. I've always liked the idea of making, something that people are curious about, and I think the works kind of go quite well with that. It's candy-like colours, and it seems really attractive, and people will sometimes say they want to lick it or something like that, and actually it's silicone. It's not going to be good for you. So I think there's a nice little play between the colours and then the material. I think it's a really nice gallery in terms, it's a classical hang type of show, but in the space it's quite interesting between the classical architecture and some of the works that are in this evening. There's a lot of different work. And I love the dynamic, between the artist's work and the architecture. I think that's a really important bit for me in my artwork, to kind of see where it is and what spaces it is in. So it's quite interesting to see that.
How can one not accept such a wonderful proposition given this prime location, the beauty of the space? It's the perfect fit for an exhibition like Venomous. What's really wonderful about this space is that it's huge, and it's very versatile. It allows to do so much from a curatorial point of view. Venomous is an exhibition that was intended to be not in a white cube, but in a space that allowed for intimate works to be looked at close up. And I think that it was very important to have a space that I could play around with. And we had been looking for a space for almost 2 years, and we just couldn't find the perfect space for Venomous, and I think we finally did.
As soon as he asked me, I had just made 4 new pieces that were really, really fresh. I've only ever really been with just painters, so it's really interesting to see a huge mixture of artists. I like the fact that my work is on top of a fireplace. I'm very interested in British home. The home is just perfect.
People will walk away maybe thinking of their own relationship to danger and to risk in a new and different way. Sometimes we shouldn't be so scared of the things that we have been taught to be scared of. At times, we can see them in a different way, and we can even find beauty in them. And that's what I hope people will take away from that show.